Today, we are celebrating 132 birthday celebrations of Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar all over India, not only India, abroad also. I have seen personally, especially in our country, it is look like a new celebration of Baba Saheb because if you want to understand India, if you want to study India, without studying Baba Saheb, it is just impossible because he is a person uh, who gone through it, various stages of difficulties in Indian socio-economical situation, and he wrote enormous books on various issues. So, without studying Baba Saheb, it is very difficult to understand the country. In that background, especially if you look at his entire lifestyle, he is a source of inspiration for students, especially research scholars, politicians, and even judiciary, and so many n number of people. You can see the you can take various stages in his life and look at the how he has tackled the situation. Especially, I'm talking about students. When students are not performing, it is a general habit of students that they put a lot of difficulties that I do not have accessibility this facility, that facility. But look at the Baba Sahib Ambedkar. All his disadvantages positions he converted into advantage positions. He struggled a lot, but only the center point of his determination is to learn, to gain the knowledge. So such type of things, he never stopped that. So such type of inspiration for students. And nowadays people are pursuing studies for only for sake of job. That is a mindset for students, parents, and everybody. It is not so actually. So once you pursue your education for knowledge, then job is a byproduct of your the process, education process. Through that you will get a knowledge. Through that you will get a respect in the society. Through education you may also get the job, but your education will help you to stand by your own, live in the society in a respectable life. So this is the center point of Baba Sahib life, which every student should get inspired by his actions, thought process, and all. And also another important thing is which generally uh, we have not much discussed, especially the parents. You see, any Mulnivasi parents at right now at this situation, ensure that your children get good quality of education, not only academic education, a social education also equally important. That gives you the energy, that gives you the boosting. I am seeing the recently some of the statistics which was announced in the parliament, how many dropouts they are coming from IITs and IIMs because they are well good students. If you see Mulnivasi students, dropouts are very high in prestigious institutions from IITs and IIMs. Why it is happening? Because parents are not giving enough strength, moral strength. If any discrimination they are facing in their life, day to day life, in the research anything, they should be very strong enough to overcome those things. Such type of things are very very important. This will come through only to study our forefathers struggle, and parents responsibility is to ensure that the children also get motivated from our forefathers. This is most important aspect, because today we are celebrating Baba Sahib Ambedkar's Jayanti. In that context, parents should be noted these things to inject the child in the childhood level itself to about the Baba Sahib or Phule or Periyar and all our forefathers. So they are mentally prepared that yes, this is what going to happen in future. Then I should be very strong enough to overcome all those things. So Baba Sahib is a source for inspiration for the students to study more and more, not only for the job purpose, but it is a human dignity. It is related to a self-respect. It is related to the development of your family and your village. So these things should be in a dominant thinking process at the childhood level. Parents should ensure that they should also get the social education together. Once these two are successful, they are matured enough. Now what is going on in the society? Most of the times we privileged because of Baba Sahib Ambedkar that the constitution is giving us rights for day to day life, not only for humans. You remember that our Indian constitution is for all living things in the country, even non living things, nature. So that is the beauty of constitution. We should be able to explain to the people that how the constitution is written, and we're all the part of into that, the privileges, the freedom, everything what we are enjoying is because of the constitution. Because now the same spirit is going on or not, this has to be intellectual should try to understand that what is going on. Instead of many people, it has become very sentimental that if somebody want to try to change the constitution, there are a lot of opposition is coming to that. Instead of fighting that, now we have to see carefully how indirect ways of diluting the spirit of the constitution, that we have to understand. This is the time to understand, especially youth and elder people and all those things. It is very very much required. What is going on in the present country? Privatization or unemployment, all these things is growing like anything. So these are the things we have to see very in serious note, and especially the higher educations, how they are pursuing job opportunities and all those things. So we also very seriously we should take that what type of policies government is making. If we talk about new education policy or farmers bills, whatever these things, youth should have a fairly the idea about those things, because we are living in a democratic country. But every citizen's role is very very important. So when it election comes, it is the entire process of voting is not just because of a voting. I have seen in the society that youth is having a tendency of voting to the party where they always claim that, you see, I have voted to this party, it is always winning. Such type of mentality should go. You choose a party or vote for the party which it protects the constitutional rights. That should be the spirit of that, nothing else. Okay, so this is very very important. So you should not have a biased these things. Straight away you should choose, because Baba Sahib has given a best example of the equality in India. Is many people talk how it is possible. Yes, is politically equality is established already in our country. That is one vote, one person, one vote, one value. So you look at this. This is nothing but a political equality. That means through the right of vote. So these type of are the living examples to establish the thought process of Baba Sahib. Because of that, everybody is having a equal weightage to select your own representatives. I still remember that one of founder of DK Kapates have told, you see, we should not always criticize the politics. Politics are nothing but a mirror of the society. If society how the people behaves, how the people are thinking, the same thing reflect in the politics. So we should be very careful enough to see that in a democracy the people's participation is very very important. The another most important point is, in entire world, Baba Sahib has been recognized as a symbol of knowledge. Is day by day, year by day, his contributions, his visibility is increasing in exponential way enter the outside the India. But why the 135 crores of people of India, what why they are not able to accept Baba Sahib? Something is there in the mind. That is nothing else. That is not ignorance. I call it as an ignorance. I request on this eve of Baba Sahib Jayanti celebration, please read the literature of the Baba Sahib, try to understand the his thought process, how he contributed for the development of our country. So if you understand thoroughly Baba Sahib, definitely the apprehensions which many people or other people are having apart from Mulnivasi, they should appreciate his contribution. So today, because of his efforts, the constitution rights which are available in our constitution, all set of people, including women, children, elderly people, senior people, and everybody is getting benefited out of that. So that is many people are not aware about it. So these things are very very important. That's why now a lot of people are promoting the constitution awareness program. So this is very very important that during childhood with democracy, from the childhood level itself, one should have a any student should have a fair idea. It is constitution is generally people will refer only judiciary people and police department, those two departments only concerned. It is nothing our job. We have to focus on physics science, and we study and get marks, go to various colleges and not, but it's not so. It is first book, if anybody want to read in India, that should be the constitution apart from other books. So this is the spirit that we should decide today, that this type of new habits, new thinking process, thinking about our country, why our country is not able to developing in such a rate, what is the hurdles with that, we have to assess ourselves. So definitely the caste system in India is the one of the struggle, one of the hurdle for our development of the country. Therefore, this is the responsibility of the younger generation, youth. Think about it, how to overcome this issue. So such type of things are very necessary. And also, you should also read the constitution. That what is the try to understand the spirit of the constitution. So these things I would like to highlight on this occasion. So once again, I congratulate everybody on the eve of Baba Sahib birthday Jayanti. So I wish that all the people try to read the Baba Sahib contributions and try to understand him basically. Okay, so definitely the person who studied him, who is trying to understand him, definitely he will understand the value of equality, fraternity, liberty. These things are very very important. So on this occasion, try to see that every year we have to check that next birthday celebrations. Before that, how much knowledge you gain, that what type of country you want to you want to be live into that. That is most important. So earlier our strong strength and the entire world is appreciated India just because of one point, and unity among diversity. That was the when I was in the childhood, I used to fascinated about this type of slogans. Now what is going on? Is it we are moving towards the same direction or not? This is the right time to evaluate ourselves. So we want to be in that mode, or you want to transform into other modes. So definitely I believe that our strength is always uh, unity among diversity. That should be the central point, and that protects the constitution, that all religions and everything in our country should have a equal opportunities and status. That should go on. If at all any dilutions are taking place, and only the public can revolt against it and protect it and save our rights for peaceful life for the younger generation or coming generations. Thank you very much. Jai Bhim, Jai Mulimasi, Jai Bharat, Jai Samvidhan.